My name is Daniela Spiridon. This is my audience. Imagine coming home from a huge event absolutely exhausted. You change into some comfortable clothes, turn the lights off, and climb under your covers. Your body slowly easing into bed, and your eyelids slowly getting heavier. Now imagine waking up, as you sometimes do during the night for no reason, and spotting something in the dark corner of your room. Maybe it's your imagination. Your brain is tired after all. But maybe not. Maybe that shadows move closer to your bed. Your body is paralyzed. You're trying to scream, but nothing comes out of your mouth. Its face partly illuminated by moonlight coming through your window. You see a pair of glistening wet fangs coated in saliva, ready to sink into your flesh. Now, while it might sound ridiculous to us, for a lot of people in the 19th century, this was a very possible, terrifying scenario. Dark, looming figures crawling into their beds at night, sucking their blood and seducing their women. The concept of a vampire has always been a little bit conflicting. Are they murderers or lovers? We live in a society that glamorizes violence and sex, and so someone asks, why not both? We are going to see how the concept of a vampire has changed in popular culture and explore a little bit the famous one, Dracula. As a reaction to the scientific and rational enlightenment movement, many European writers begin to seek something a little more different. This flourished a new movement of writers, the Romantics. Romantic writers care little about the inner workings of the natural world. Instead, they care about deep emotional expression and their interest even range to the supernatural. According to Mary Hallaby, her book Vampire God, characters associated with darkness and evil become more dynamic, more sympathical over time. Even Satan in Milton's Paradise Lost it is a beautiful falling angel. People empathize rather than one-dimensional monster. These are the perfect conditions for a vampire. Writers begin to live through these immortal, godlike characters. Like Milton's Lucifer, these vampires are a worthy adversary that contradicts nearly every facet of Christianity. This is what inspired Bram Stoker to write about Dracula years later. Influenced by these romantic writers and Romanian history, Count Dracula is born or reborn. Dracula is loosely based off Vlad the Impaler, a Romanian prince known for impaling up to 100,000 people who he considered useless to humanity. But Dracula is not remotely like Vlad the Impaler. He's an immortal, ancient count from Transylvania. He shapeshifts into a bat, a wolf, and even more abstract things like shadow and fog. He's capable of manipulating and reading thoughts through blood. He can change the weather, he has intense senses, and he can of course create other vampires. All of these abilities make Dracula one of the most powerful vampires, and yet, spoiler alert, he's still killed at the end of the novel. He's killed because Dracula is not a good guy. The book is named after him because he's the antagonist. Still, the readers are drawn to respect and admire his power. Dracula was really a first for modern literature. It's greatly inspired the film industry with over 40 film adaptations, including cult classics like Nosferatu and even slightly stranger versions like Blackula. It is a successful franchise, not to mention its inspiration to other vampire novels which have been widely popular to the romance genre. According to Carol Mamet in USA Today, Seale's novels, including vampires, have been risen up to 30% in just the past 2 years. Some writers have even taken the mythology of the vampire into their own hands, giving them new supernatural power and make their characters more likable and unique experience for their readers. Instead of burning in the sun, Twilight's vampires sparkle like diamonds. So what it is about vampires that we find so alluring? Do we admire them for their immortality and power? Are we seduced by their good looks and ancient charm? Or maybe, in our minds, we entertain the thought of being one. Who knows? I leave you guys